Oh yes, it's spring and beautiful here this morning at St. Mary's Nursery, and Carla Hersinna has been giving us some great ideas so we can do some planning for our gardens and our yards. Carla, I feel a little offended. You put this wall between us, but it's for a very good purpose, correct?
It's for a very good purpose. But what we're trying to tell you is, we talked a little bit about climbing vegetables.
Yeah.
But what would you put it on? So here we have a trellis. And it's garden architecture and it's garden accents, but it actually functions something for your garden as well. So what we're looking at is obelisks and trellising. This is a trellis, flat, attaches to the wall. You can have it freestanding. But what's really unique too is obelisks. And obelisks are basically triangular shaped support structures that you can put into your garden to accent for vines and trellising and climbing vines, like your clematis with the beautiful purple flower that's on it. And then if you wanted to adventure into kiwis and maybe some wisteria and get some southern exposure and feel to your garden. So anything that has a climbing or basic structure that's to it, you're adding an architectural element to that garden.
Really cool. So some really functional, beautiful elements. Now, a couple things I want to ask you about. As far as our personality goes, we can sort of match that to our garden with some of the different shapes and creations like we have with this bicycle, right?
Yes, because we have white wires, everything. And maybe your obelisk or your trellis could be a bike. Here it's meant for planters, but you know what? I would maybe do sweet peas that ramble up, something that's climbing. So it uses the structure of the wheels and everything. So you can create something that's really outside the box and be creative with it. And a lot of the ironwork and the obelisks are adapted to do that for you.
Excellent. Now, another thing that you were mentioning when we were talking about the different kinds of plants and stuff, you said kiwis, and I believe we were looking at that one. That's kiwis like what I'm thinking I'd get at the grocery store, fruit kiwis?
You're going to get a kiwi, but the kiwis that are hardy to our area aren't the same size as what we get from what you find in the grocery store. It's more of an ornamental. They're going to be tiny little pods that are on it, but you know what? It's more grown for the vine. If you want something that's vining and edible, why not some grapes?
Oh, great.
Make some grape jelly in the fall.
Oh, delicious. So some really, really fun ideas. Anything that we should be considering as far as the placement of these things go? Will they basically be good anywhere in our garden, anywhere in our yard, or do we got to keep them out of sunlight, out of shade, or is that dependent on the plants that we're putting in there?
Good. I'm teaching you something.
I know.
It depends.
I started off planting my seeds upside down early this morning, but look how far I've come, Carla.
It depends on what you're growing. So when you're looking at using a structure of an obelisk, you're wanting to know what you're putting on it. If you're going to be using maybe the kiwi vines and the clematises, if it's a clematis that's geared to more part shade, you're going to put your obelisk in those areas. If it's something that requires a little bit more shade, like climbing hydrangeas, there's something we can give you for that too as well.
Excellent. So whatever option it is, if I've already got predetermined this is the spot, you're going to help me out there, or if I can say anything what's going to look beautiful, again, you've got the answers for me, right?
We will help you out. We will find you what you need to climb it on, and we will give you a plant that can grow on it.
All right, great things to look forward to. Carla, thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Always a pleasure getting to hang out with Carla Hersinna here at St. Mary's Nursery. If you want to connect with her, go to the BT website, breakfasttelevision.ca, for full contact info. Jeremy, Courtney, been learning a lot this morning and really interested in the things that I got to learn so far about the climbing structures for plants. Pretty cool stuff.
BT's Green Thumb, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery, every Wednesday morning on Breakfast Television.